and Baja radio program. Hear it and you're hooked.
Tonight on East, we reveal how the descendants of African slaves struggled to find an identity as black Pakistanis. On April 10th this year, Gohar Ali Mashouk, a 27-year-old black Pakistani and local government worker, died in police custody. He'd been accused with two others of crimes including robbery and rape. The police claimed he committed suicide. His relatives were unconvinced. The police said they'd used no violence against the accused. They showed us the cell where they claimed the prisoner had hanged himself with a cord used to hold up his trousers. Mashouk has been identified to the police by one of his fellow accused. At first, Faisal Pathan backed up the police version of events.
आप उस पुरानी कसर के जब इंट्रोगेशन में कर रहा था आप लोगों से, आपको मेरे सामने या मैंने आप लोगों को टच किया है या बात लगाया है? आप बताओ बेटा। आपने जो बयान दिया था डर के दिया था या अपने?
However, when the police left the room, the young man told a different story. What happened to Mashouk is the tip of an iceberg. In Pakistan, black people are called Shidi, derived from the Arabic word for Lord. The Hosh Muhammad Shidi Welfare Organization was founded by Faiz Muhammad Shidi, who claims that Shidis are treated as second-class citizens, and in some cases, no better than their forefathers who came as slaves. The organization takes its name from a freed slave who led the army of Sindh kings against Sir Charles Napier in 1843. Hosh Muhammad Shidi was the general who died fighting the British Army with the words, "I will die, but I will not abandon Sindh." The organization recently built this modest monument to their hero.
आज तक सिंध में आप चलेंगे 1% भी उनके हाउस नहीं है, अपने हाउस नहीं है, 1% से ज्यादा अपने हाउस नहीं है। इससे अंदाजा लगता है कि शीदी ने कितनी तरक्की पाई है सिंध में और पाकिस्तान में। उसकी वजह ये थी कि ये पढ़े लिखे लोग नहीं थे, इनके पास तालीम नहीं थी। ये अपने आकाओं के पास नौकरी करते थे, उनके अबोदाद नौकरी करते थे, उनकी माएँ और बहनें नौकरी करती थी। उसमें बेचारे ज़रात पे अपने जो गुजारा करते थे, जो कुछ मिल गया वो उसको गनीमत समझ लेते।
Africans began to settle in Pakistan in the wake of the Arab conquest of Sindh in the 7th and 8th centuries. Although many came as soldiers or sailors, the majority of the blacks in Pakistan are descendants of the slaves who were brought by Arab traders along the sea routes.
Blacks जो हैं, ये तो माननी पड़ेगी कि गुलामी के दायरे की जैसे दुनिया भर में फैले। अफ्रीका उनका मुल्क है और जहाँ जहाँ भी गए वो यकसा हालतों में रहे।
spring, Pakistanis of African descent gather to celebrate a festival. It centers around the shrine of a Muslim saint, but the rituals performed have their roots in African legend. These young girls carry the meat of a sacrificed goat through the village to a sacred pond where crocodiles are kept. They believe that the day of deliverance from suffering, Sawab More, will occur when the spirit of these crocodiles enters into one of them. Until that day, the crocodiles, said to be hundreds of years old, must be kept well fed and happy. Many of Pakistan's 1.5 million blacks live in the area of Sindh province. Some were bought by the rich Hindu feudal lords, whilst others became the property of Muslim noblemen who later ruled Sindh. According to historians, between 7th and 8th centuries, some 600 to 700 black men and women were imported annually from Africa. Some were still being brought in during the last century. Even today in Sindh, many of the rich landlords have Shidi servants who have belonged to a particular family for several generations. Most get paid only in kind, with clothes, food and lodgings.
काम करो, लट्टा कपड़ा उतरा हुआ पहनो, खाना खाओ, अल्लाह का सलाह, बाकी रकम नहीं मिले। आज वो नौबत मैं समझता हूँ कि इतनी तो नहीं तब्दील हुई, लेकिन 35% तब्दील जरूर हुई है। 65% अभी मौजूद है।
Amongst other things, Faiz Muhammad's organization is involved in helping Shidis who've been in bondage to a landlord and have run away. Their position as bondage servants stems from loans which were taken out by their families. So long as the loan is outstanding, the descendants of those who took out the loan must work for the lender, usually their landlord. In practice, the loans, many of them generations old, can rarely be paid back and indeed grow with compound interest. Faiz Muhammad's organization tries to assist runaways and sometimes arranges money to buy their freedom. He took us to this Shidi village where we were told of 2 Shidis who'd run away from their masters and gone into hiding. Many black Pakistanis returned to the sea that brought them to this coast 1400 years ago to escape the landlords, bondholders and inner city deprivation. They fish and help build boats. Some have even made the great escape, crossing the sea to the Gulf states where, ironically, they find gainful employment with the Arab armies whose ancestors first brought the black Pakistanis to the coast of the Indian subcontinent.
देखो हमने क्या बड़ा किया, इस जमीन के खून देने वाले हैं, होशू ने कुर्बानी दी इस मुल्क के लिए, इस जमीन के लिए कुर्बानी दी, हम उसके औलाद हैं, हम मांग रहे हैं कुछ, हम आपसे मुल्क नहीं मांग रहे हैं, हम आपसे जीने का हक मांग रहे हैं। एक घर नहीं है शीदी का, मैं बताऊं आप, घर नहीं है, एक लैंडलॉर्ड की जमीन पे उसका घर है, जब चाहे वो उसको दलित बैंक से निकाल देता है, एक दरवाजा नहीं है मेरी कौम के घर पे, कोई डोर नहीं है, ओपन द गेट। ये है मेरी फैमिली, मेरी फैमिली को यहाँ हजारों साल में ये मिला है। मले 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 तो मल्ला न जाने मले मले मल्ला न जाने मले आजा खाए चितिया मले 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 तो खाए चितिया मले 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 तो मल्ला न जाने मले तो मल्ला न जाने मले तो मल्ले न मले